Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for February 2026. We are going to draw some general messages here to see what you can expect in the month of February. I'm just going to see what the cards have to say. If love comes out, I'll mention love. If career, money, finance comes out, I'll mention that. Any messages that I feel like the cards have in store for us, and we're just going to go from there. You can watch this reading for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign. But you can really watch for any placement. Usually those tend to be the most relevant, but you are welcome to watch this for any Capricorn placement you have in your chart. All right, let's jump into this reading. What does the month of February have in store for my Capricorn placements? What does the month of February have in store for my Capricorn placements? Thank you very much. What can Capricorn expect in the month of February? Please and thank you. All right, not a bad card to start off with. Definitely some kind of fulfillment and happiness that you can be experiencing. We're going to dive in deeper to see what this could possibly be about. But overall, expect a sense of harmony in the month of February, whether this be maybe harmony in a specific romantic relationship, harmony in your friendships, or overall your community and where you go to work. You can definitely expect that things can be very cooperative and peaceful with others at this time. Yeah, let's see what this could be about. What can Capricorn expect following this Ace of Cups? What kind of happiness and fulfillment could Capricorn be experiencing in the month of February? Spirit, what else can Capricorn expect in the month of February, Spirit? Please and thank you. Okay, I feel like you're definitely going to be coming over, you're going to be getting over some emotional blocks you could have been experiencing in the recent times, maybe the past few weeks or past couple of months. The timeline is going to be different for all of you, but expect to be getting over some kind of emotional hurdle that you may have had. If you've been feeling very emotionally stagnant lately, or struggling to express your emotions in any situation or environment, or maybe expressing your emotions to a certain individual, in the month of February, you can expect to come out of that and possibly seek more clarity with somebody or a certain group, or you may just be able to express yourself more fully at this time. The Queen of Cups in the reverse. What else? Let's see, what else do the cards have to say? What else for Capricorn in the month of February, Spirit? What else for my Capricorns in the month of February 2026? What else can my Capricorn placements expect in the month of February 2026? Do a good shuffle here. Oh, nice. Sag just got the Queen of Wands, not Queen. Okay, I'm sorry. Sag got the Queen of Wands. You're getting the King of Wands, which is still like just as positive, if not maybe just a little bit better. So you can definitely expect to have some sort of success in a venture that you recently went out on or was involved in. Definitely expect a lot of creative ideas to be coming to you at this time. This is a very specific message, but I'm picking up on that some of you out there may like to physically make things with your hands. Now, you could like to, for example, you guys could like to make jewelry. You guys could like to make clothes. Maybe some of you guys are into like pottery and clay making, something that involves physically making some kind of artwork or thing with your hands. But that's a very specific message just for some of you out there. In February, I definitely think you're going to be very powerful in the month of February. And I think it's because that you're finding so much fulfillment and happiness in either your connections, your work, your creative projects, whatever you have going on for you at this time that you feel very passionate about. Definitely expect a lot of success in that in the month of February, Capricorn. Also expect that it's possible that you are either making somebody a gift in February. I mean, we do have Valentine's Day, or somebody may be making you a gift for Valentine's Day. So I don't know if you're involved with somebody romantically or not at this time, but if you are, it's possible that one of you guys could be making each other gifts, or somebody here could maybe be making or buying somebody a gift in the month of February as well. All right. Starting off with a very positive reading here, Capricorn. I love to see it. What else can Capricorn expect in the month of February? What else can Capricorn expect in the month of February? Fix the camera so you can see the cards a bit better. Be careful not to be, I mean, you guys are Capricorns. You guys aren't necessarily like dreamers in a way, or you guys are more practical dreamers than anything. You guys are a very practical sign. You guys are an earth sign, but somebody, whether this is you or somebody else in your energy, be careful of somebody being a little bit too idealistic or daydreamy. Now, that doesn't have to be a bad thing, you know? I mean, hey, if things are going really well for you and you're finding a lot of success in your projects, your work, or your relationships in the month of February, I mean, daydreaming a little bit doesn't hurt. I know you guys like to be practical and, you know, no nonsense and all that stuff. But I think in the month of February, allow yourself to be maybe just a little bit daydreamy. Maybe just your imagination could be very vivid in the month of February. So look out for your dreams at this time. Pay attention to any like actual dreams you may be having that you may feel like is significant in your life right now. And yeah, just allow yourself to kind of like, with what's the word, with some balance, obviously, with some discipline, you know, allow yourself to maybe daydream a little bit, or what's another way to describe this, allow yourself to indulge in fantasy a little bit more, obviously, once again, with some precaution and balance. But you know, allow yourself to just, you know, let your thoughts lead the way, and like, just, you know, if you're in a dreamy, feel good type of state, especially if you have a reason to feel that way, if things are going well, then allow yourself that inner peace to just drift off and dream, and be a little bit lighter on yourself in the month of February. Don't if you find yourself daydreaming about certain things, you know, obviously have like some kind of balance to it. Don't get completely swept away in fantasy, but do allow yourself, like, allow your inner child to come out and daydream, so to speak. Allow yourself to, I don't know, stare out of a window and, I don't want to use the word dissociate, but like, I don't know, allow yourself to just like look at some kind of scenery around you and kind of just get lost in the thought process. Don't beat yourself up if you do happen to be a little bit like dreamy in the month of February. Definitely don't be too hard on yourself at this time over that. If anything, being a little bit dreamy at this time can definitely help inspire you. So all right, what else for Capricorn in the month of February, Spirit? What else for my Capricorns in the month of February? Oh, 2 cards came out. Okay, be careful of some overthinking tendencies. You may feel like going, maybe not in like a completely negative way, but because so far this reading is mostly positive, but in the month of February, you may have moments where you feel like going within. With the Hermit coming out next to the 7 of Cups, it is possible that maybe you guys are like, in a way, like, I don't want to say isolating yourself. I don't think you're necessarily completely isolating yourself from other people, but you may have some moments in February where you may want to be alone to just kind of dream and maybe start manifesting new ideas and visions you have for your future. Maybe that could be this year, 2026. I mean, we are only going into February, so we still have like the whole this year is barely just begun. So basically we have this like whole rest of the year ahead of us. Maybe you guys do feel like going within at this time. You may find in February you want to take some moments to be alone and maybe kind of conjure up ideas or fantasies about what you envision for this year ahead. Maybe you guys are going to start manifesting some new goals and or ideas that you would like to really see come to fruition for yourself this year. But in order to do that, it is going to require you to take some time alone, go within, daydream. I would highly advise journaling at this time, Capricorn. Like I said, really pay attention to your dreams at this time and maybe start. This might sound kind of corny to some of you, but I would maybe start like a dream journal or any kind of journaling you have of your manifestations and fantasies that you may be experiencing at this time, Capricorn. I would definitely advise some journaling and writing things down here. Definitely take note of all the thoughts and ideas that you have coming your way. Also, definitely expect some kind of accomplishment as well in the month of February, Capricorn. You guys could have accomplished, I don't know, this is going to be different for all of you. You guys could accomplish like insecurity, lack of self-worth, or some kind of goal you have for yourself or idea. Maybe you weren't really seeing the fruition of it, or something in your life could have felt like it wasn't really going anywhere. But in the month of February, expect for things to start picking up. Expect to have some kind of accomplishment in your life, and you could possibly be being celebrated by others at this time because of this accomplishment. But yeah, something is definitely going to be coming to fruition for you in the month of February, especially if you've been experiencing any kind of stagnancy in any area of your life. I think you're about to see that come. I think things are about to start becoming a lot lighter and easier for you in the month of February, Capricorn. I mean, we are finally getting out of your Kazemi. In the month of January, I mean, we had the sun. Obviously, we had a new moon in Capricorn not too long ago. We had Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Like, we had like about 5 different planets all in your sign, like conjuncting one another. We had Venus conjunct Mars in your sign, also conjunct the sun, as well as Mercury. So maybe during January, things could have been very intense for you. I mean, having all those conjunctions taking place in your sign and like, connecting to one another, it could be both positive and negative because that could have really burned you guys out. So in the month of February, it's possible you could be seeing some kind of reward for any kind of deep transformation that you went through in the month of January, any kind of hard work and effort that you've been putting into certain areas of your life. Once again, that's going to be different for all of you, but definitely expect things to feel lighter in the month of February now that we have all these planets are moved out of your sign. All right, what else for Capricorn in the month of February, Spirit? What else for Capricorn in the month of February? All right, some of you guys may have issues trying to manifest in the month of February. Like I said, I feel like to have a really successful manifestation of whatever it is that you want at this time, whether it be a job, a person, a new project or hobby you're trying to get started on, I feel like going back to what I said earlier about journaling your dreams and really listening to your inner subconscious and like kind of your fantasies at this time, I feel like you really need to try to trust your intuition. Some of you in the month of February may go through a period of not trusting your gut, not trusting your talents and or abilities. Some of you guys could be feeling like your manifestations are temporarily blocked in the month of February, but I feel like Spirit is asking you to let go of that super practical side that you guys have to you, and be more open to, I don't want to say be delusional, that's not what I'm trying to say, but I think it's really important for you guys to dream more in the month of February and in a way maybe become a little bit more, I say this lightly, but become a little bit more delusional. Now, I don't mean like, I don't mean to the point where you guys are like, going off the deep end and like checking in, checking into like a mental hospital or nothing crazy like that. But I just mean, try not to be so, some of you are going to get mad at me for saying this, but some of you guys have to try really hard in the month of February to not be so pessimistic. Once again, you guys are going to have to trust your own talents and abilities, trust your own inner knowledge that you can make something happen for yourself. But in order to do that, it's going to require you to kind of let go and relax a little bit. And this may be more of a time for, there's definitely some level of action that'll be taken in the month of February. However, I feel like February for you is giving more of a slow manifestation, dreaminess, coming together with yourself for fantasies and ideas or goals or visions that you have for the months ahead, or just this the rest of this year in general. But this is more of a time where I feel like you guys have to like do more thinking than actually doing, if that makes sense. You guys may have to just slowly think about, like I said, you guys are going to have to try to manifest more. Try to really go within and figure out like what you want. And I mean, you guys are really good at this anyway. You guys are really good at making things happen for yourself. So I really don't think this is going to be an issue for you. However, I think Spirit is asking you in the month of February to just let go at least a little bit of your super practical side. I think Spirit wants you to dream a little bit more in the month of February, Capricorn. Allow yourself to, not always feel like you have all the facts right in front of you and having this really rigid, like, black and white way of viewing things, if that makes sense. I think a lot of you really just need to be open to different perspectives and ideas in the month of February. Let's see, what else? I'm going to clarify this. Why the Magician reverse for Capricorn? Why the Magician reverse for Capricorn? All right. I think you or somebody else in your energy next month. I think somebody is trying to. There's some kind of blocked manifestation about a conversation that needs to be had. I feel like somebody really wants to communicate something with you, or vice versa. You really want to communicate something to someone, but you're having trouble doing so. It's possible there's a past person in your energy that wants to manifest you back, or take it as it resonates. Some kind of reconciliation that wants to take place, whether this is you wanting to reconcile or another person wanting to reconcile with you, Capricorn. But somebody feels like somebody is having a hard time manifesting you back, and it may be because of some kind of communication delay, or some kind of conversation that needs to be had in the past. You and an individual could have avoided some kind of discussion or conversation, or all around somebody that you haven't had, somebody you may have not been speaking to as much recently. Somebody wants to manifest you back. However, there's issues trying to manifest somebody back into their life at this moment. All right, I'm going to pull some advice. What advice do we have for Capricorns in the month of February? What advice do we have for Capricorns in the month of February, Spirit? What advice do you have for my Capricorns? Yeah, somebody's not listening to their intuition here. Somebody's not listening to their watch out for, how do I describe this? Try not to be secretive in the month of February. I feel like I'm just going to say what I see here. I think you may be trying to be secretive either about a conversation or feelings that you have for another person. And once again, going back to not allowing yourself to really dream or fantasize about a certain either person or situation in your life. But I'm sensing here somebody here should not be secretive in the month of February here. Somebody needs to be more open with their intentions, their goals and ideas. Or if this is regarding another person, somebody needs to be more honest about where they see you and this other person in the future, where this relationship is going. Somebody needs to be more honest about their intentions in the month of February. I would just advise, like I said, really listening to your intuition in the month of February and having a more intuitive and dreamy approach to things and situations and relationships in the month of February. Don't be too practical and like hard-headed. I feel like somebody needs to have some kind of conversation with you in the month of February, but it's going to require you to be more open and honest. Somebody here needs to be more open and honest. I'm going to shuffle these cards really fast. What other advice do we have for my Capricorns in the month of February? What other advice do we have for my Capricorns in the month of February? Let's see. What other advice for Capricorn in the month of February, please and thank you? Yeah, somebody here is being very greedy with their time and their energy. Somebody's not wanting to open up here. I think somebody could be secretive about an idea, some kind of idea or thing that wants to be planted at this time. When I say planted, I mean like, planting a seed as in like having to nurture something in order to see it grow. And I feel like somebody here is avoiding some kind of nurturement in a connection or situation in their life that's not allowing their fullest potential to come out into the open and grow and expand in the way that it needs to. Somebody here may be secretive in the month of February about what their intentions are, what they want to plant for the future, what they want to start seeing fruition in. Something about wanting to see something grow and develop in the month of February that somebody's not really being very clear, honest on, or somebody doesn't really know what they want. I'm getting a message that somebody doesn't really know what they want. It's also possible that you or others in the month of February, watch out for very greedy people. Watch out for people who are very self-serving and possibly a little bit narcissistic at this time. Sorry about that. My cat is I don't know, my cat is just on some shit right now. Anyway, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, watch out for somebody who is very self-serving in the month of February, whether this is you or another individual. Somebody who's not being very clear about their intentions in the month of February. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card. So once again, let me fix this so you can see the cards better. definitely expect in the month of February that things are really going to balance out for you. If you are in some kind of weird, elusive relationship or situationship, whatever you want to describe, however you want to describe it, some kind of connection that's very like unsettling and what's the word? Some kind of relationship or connection dynamic that you could be dealing with in the month of February. If things have been feeling very unclear, not a lot of communication, not really seeing or understanding where somebody's coming from, whatever issues you've been having, definitely expect things to balance out for you in the month of February. Also, you could be receiving some kind of positive karma in the month of February as well. Now, this karma could be, I'm not really, I got like no pentacle energy here, so I'm not really sensing this is like a working environment. I'm really sensing your reading is really based off of like dreaming, manifestations, connecting with your inner self, going within, but also some kind of specific relationship dynamic in your life at this time that may seem, it may be kind of delayed in this moment, but I think in the month of February, you're going to be getting some positive karma around, like I said, somebody opening up more to you, somebody maybe becoming more clear in their communication towards you as well. Sorry, give me 1 second, Capricorn. I apologize. Hi, Capricorn. I apologize about that. My cat was acting very strange, and it comes to find out that next door to me, sorry, just a quick little rant, and then I'm going to get back into your reading, but there's a window that's my neighbor's window, and my cat basically saw another cat, and he was just acting a little weird. I just wanted to make sure he was okay, but anyway, back to your reading, Capricorn. Definitely expect this very significant connection in the month of February to have a lot more balance and harmonious, more harmonious communication between you and another person. I feel like overall in the month of February, I mean, your first card out was the Ace of Cups, and then you also have the Seven of Cups and a lot of wand energy here as well. I mean, you even got the King of Wands. So overall, this is a really positive reading, Capricorn. I think in the month of February, you're really going to be going within and trusting your intuition and gut more, or at least learning how to set aside rigid practicality and not allowing yourself to dream and kind of like, I don't want to say go with the flow, but in a way being, I hate to say it this way, but in a way being a little bit more delusional. Once again, not to the extent where you're not safe and you're, going off the deep end, but I just mean allow yourself to not be so like needing to have all the facts, everything having to be black or white. Not allowing any fantasies or delusions take over in a way where it could potentially even be blocking your creativity or your emotional fulfillment from another individual in your life. I think in the month of February, I don't think you're necessarily going to be emotional, but in regards to a certain connection in your life, I think you're going to be finding a lot of peace and harmony. And in a way, I think some of you could be feeling a little mushy gushy about somebody in the month of February, or somebody feels this way about you, but it's not like an overly emotional, like heart, like, I don't see any heartbreak or devastating disconnect in this reading. I think you're going to be feeling very spiritual in the month of February, Capricorn. And the more you trust your intuition and your spiritual guidance, the more success you are going to have, especially if it does revolve another connection or person in your life. And like I said, get that dream journal out, Capricorn. Start writing down and journaling any kind of dreams or weird hits of your subconscious coming to you at this point. But anyway, I'm going to read you the zodiac signs that you could be dealing with in the month of February. I have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I have Virgo, Gemini. I already said Pisces, as well as Libra. So all those zodiac signs that I just mentioned, you may or may not be dealing with in the month of February. But anyway, that is what I have for you, my Capricorns. If any of these messages resonated with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Also, comment down below anything that stood out to you in this reading. I would love to hear your thoughts and possible situations you may be finding in your life right now. But anyway, take care, Capricorn. I will see you during your next reading. Bye bye.